Prom Night, the original, not the god awful remake from the early 2000s. This one, Prom Night, made by Sitcom Films, released September 12th, 1980. Starring Jamie Lee Curtis and Leslie Nielsen. Produced by Peter Simpson and directed by Paul Lynch, who also go on to do Humongous Bullies and a couple other 80s films like that. And I heard this film was made for about like a $300,000 budget or something, some really low budget film like that, and it grossed over $14.8 million, and it had a couple sequels. And like I mentioned before, it had a terrible, terrible remake, one of the worst movies ever made. Remake, it's almost as bad. The remake's about as bad as Cabin Fever too, but yeah, that's a story for a different day. We're talking about the original with Jamie Lee Curtis here. So basically, Prom Night, if you're not familiar with it, it involves four friends who have a dark secret from the beginning of the film, uh, who and they all share the secret. And then once prom night comes, there's a revengeful killer, axe wielding killer that comes and starts killing them off and people they know, basically on prom night. So, yeah, it's pretty good. This film is actually pretty underrated. I think this is before, um, like the Jason became really big, and it's before Nightmare on Elm Street and all the slashers. This is like one of the ones that sort of like before this. There was only like Black Christmas and Halloween was out. Um, yeah, so basically they take elements of those films, and in this case, the actress Jamie Lee Curtis from Halloween playing this. She did this one, I think, right after it. So, yeah, and they take elements of that and mix it with more of like almost like a Carrie feel to it. I got more of a Carrie feel to it because it happens on Promenade and it looks a lot like Carrie because it came out like a year or two after Carrie, so it has sort of the same feel, but there's no telekinesis in this one. This one's just an axe wielding killer, which I really like the artistic approach to the kills in this because they don't actually show you them, but you see the aftermath, and boy, the makeup effects is actually pretty good with these ones. And the one where there's this couple making out of a van, the killer kills them, they drive the van. There's some cool explosions in that scene, and that was like my favorite scene in the whole entire movie. But like, yeah, but for most of it, if you're looking for like a huge splatter fest, you won't see any kills till like an hour into it. They do a good job at building the characters. You get to know them a lot in the first hour, and you get a feel for it. There's a lot of more like what I refer to as like realism in the character. Like they feel like a lot of people can relate to this, especially if you look back, like if you're like my age, like 25, 28. You could look back at the realism from like high school and be like, oh yeah, most of the time it was like that. They really capture the essence of that, and the reason why the killer's killing, because you get to see this really like creepy hide and seek game in the beginning of all these friends playing hide and seek, and then they go to find the last girl and they like torment her a bit. She falls out of the window and dies pretty much. So yeah, I'm not gonna tell you who the killer is in this because it's pretty cool. It is. I didn't really guess it right away, which is actually I was actually pretty surprised by that. But yeah, overall, it had a good effect and it was pretty well executed. It does have like a low budget '80s feel, but it's still a really good film, well written, pretty well directed, well acted. Leslie Nielsen, he's done more of his serious roles before he went into comedy and stuff. So he's done a couple horror films and that. So it's good seeing him in this. And Jamie Lee Curtis was good as always, and she actually looks pretty good, decent in this film too. So yeah, overall, I really like this film. Some of the pacing was little, like it slowed down a bit and got a little boring, but other than that, it's pretty well done. I think more people should check this out. Never seen any of the sequels except for the remake, so can't tell you how those are yet. But Prom Night is pretty decent. If I was gonna rate this, I'd probably give this a 4.5 out of 5, only because pacing's a little slow, and it would have been nice to see a little more, either a few more kills or a little more showing of the actual kills, and maybe have it brightened up a bit more, because some scenes are still really dark in it and you can barely see what's going on, especially in the nighttime scenes. But overall, it is really good. People need to check this out. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. It is really good. Trailer's linked down below as always, so you can check it out. If you've never heard of it, or if you just forgot about it, check out the trailer. It's pretty decent. And also, my Instagram's linked down below as always, so where I post clips of films I review in the future on my story on Instagram. So make sure you follow me there. And you could also check everything else that's down there on my Instagram. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to this channel, because you never know what I'm going to review next. And yeah, like this video if you really want to. Maybe share it. Yeah, comment down below if you've seen this. Let me know what you thought. I'd love to hear it. Let me know if you let me know if you want me to do like the sequels, or want to hear my full opinions on the remake or any other horror films. Comment those down below too. I'll try my hardest to catch them as soon as I can. So yeah, definitely stop watching this. Go watch Prom Night. It was pretty good. I was actually pretty surprised, because I found it in this 8-film horror pack thing, and yeah, I was blown away. I'm surprised this was in here. This one actually has a lot of good ones in here. Legend of Sword Creek that I did in my other video, Prom Night. I'm going to review all of these, so yeah. Anyways, I'm going to get to the next film, because it's a pandemic. There's nothing else to do, so yeah, I'll see you in the next review.